Okay, we're ready to prep our chicken wings now, okay? Once you unpack your deep fryer, open that up, take your oil out. This fryer takes exactly half a gallon of oil. So if you buy it in half gallons or a whole gallon, just use half, whatever. But it'll take exactly half a gallon of oil. So we'll pour that in. And then we will, you don't want to turn the heat up until you've actually put your oil into the fryer. So that'll keep from burning the fryer out there, the element. Okay, and then we're going to turn that all the way up. One nice thing about these deep fryers is the thermostat goes to 400 degrees. The hotter the better. Nobody wants to fry wings in 600-degree oil, but a lot of these deep fryers only go up to 365, 375. When you select a fryer, try and pick one that goes up to 400, again, which is why I like this one, or one that has a heating element in the oil that if it says 375, you're getting a good 375 out of that. So again, if you have any questions, you need recommendations, sites to go to, please call us. Okay, now the other things you're going to need, you've obviously got a knife or a cleaver at home. What you're going to want is a knife with a straight blade. You don't want to use a serrated blade for the simple reason that a serrated blade will tear when you try and cut through the chicken skin. So you want a nice straight blade, nice and sharp. Make sure you got a real sharp knife. You need a cutting board. These are nice because they have little rubber edges, rubber ends, whatever. So you put that down, the cutting board won't slide very much when you try and use it. If you don't have that, just grab a couple of wet pieces of paper towel or a damp regular kitchen towel, lay it underneath, put your cutting board on top of that. That'll hold that firmly in place for you. So now what we're going to do is take our wings and cut those in two segments. You're going to cut open the wing package. And slide this over here. And you're going to take out a wing. Now what we have here is, I'm going to show you two ways to do this. One, just cut it up. Two, how to trim it a little bit. Okay, now there's obviously some fat right here. So you may want to just kind of get rid of that a little bit. Trim that off. Stick that back in there. If you know anybody that makes soup, Ma, Grandma, whomever, Aunt Jenny, she might be interested in these for soup stock. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is you want to take your wing here. Okay, you've got your drumlet and your winglet. The winglet is the piece with two bones. The drumlet is what everybody calls the drumstick. It's actually white meat, unlike the drumstick on a chicken. The upper arm of the chicken, as it were. And then, of course, you have the tip. And we're going to throw that out, again, unless you know somebody that makes soup stock. Excellent for that. So you want to take your knife. You're going to kind of lay it in between the winglet and the drumlet. You're going to feel a little notch there. Okay, you just want to kind of slice through that. With a sharp knife, shouldn't be any problem whatsoever. This board is moving around a little bit here on the table, but shouldn't be any problem whatsoever. Same thing on the winglet. You're gonna reach in there. You're gonna feel a little notch. You get used to this after you do it for a little bit. I can actually fly through these pretty good, and you will too once you try it enough. Okay, now that's your basic chicken wing anatomy right here. You got your tip, your winglet, and your drumlet. Okay, and we'll do another one here in a couple minutes. Put those in the bowl. Again, we'll discard the tips. Okay, we're gonna take another one out. Same thing. You slice right through. Tip. And now what I'm going to do on this one is show you how to trim this little skin out of the middle. Okay, this is just a flap in between, and I'll show you where it is. It's on the chicken here. Let me pull out another piece. Better view. It's in between here. It's this web piece. Okay, it's just fat and skin, a lot of fat in there. So if you want to trim that out, you just cut off your drumlet there, and then you grab that skin and you want to stick the knife in there, put it down on the table like that. Okay, kind of lightly put the knife over it and move it towards the meat on the wing, and then just slice through that. Okay, and that'll cut that right off. And if you're eating a dozen wings, that's 6 of these you're not eating. So that's it'll help you there. And if you flip that over, you'll see where we took that from. We took that from the fatty side of the winglet to get the fat off there. Okay. I'll do that again with the trimming. Okay, you can just slice them in half and leave that skin on. That's what you get when you go to the restaurants. Okay, I'm going to slice this in here. Now on this, when I first cut it, I'm going to do the same thing to the drumlet here. I'm going to tend towards the drumlet underneath the meat there and kind of squeeze off the skin. Then I'm going to cut the tip off. Then I'm going to do the whole thing again. I'm going to grab that skin and slide right underneath there to trim that off. Again, a lot of fat we're not eating. Take a look at this. Looks like a little bit of fat there. I'll cut that off. If you look at the wing here too, you're going to notice on the underside there's not a lot of fat on the underside. Okay, there's going to be some fat in this triangular piece here. Okay, Then we're going to flip that over. Most of the fat on this chicken is going to be on the wings, is going to be, here's your web again, in the middle there, is going to be on the outside of the winglet. And the big spot really is this side here where you get the little ridges, and then this one piece here on the drumlet. And I actually, when I eat wings in a restaurant, I will actually peel that piece on the drumlet off before I eat it, and then try and eat around that piece. But it's probably not all that critical, just if you want to engage in a little bit more healthy eating. So once again, we'll trim this up, throw those in there, and then we'll do some boneless wings, okay? Boneless wings are simple, okay? It's basically just the chicken meat. Now the problem with the boneless wings is, let's take a breast here, okay? Some fat here, we can get rid of that. Not a big deal, we'll throw that over into there. So you got your boneless, skinless breast here, okay? Just feel around, make sure there aren't any bones stuck on there, whatever. Fatty pockets, you can get rid of those if you want. No reason to have those sitting around, okay? Now the big problem with the boneless wings is if we were to deep fry this and then try and add sauce, you can see how slick this surface is. There's really nothing for the sauce to hang on to. On the wing, of course, you've got a lot of area here where there's nooks and crannies, and there's fat. There's a lot of places for sauce to more or less cling to. And even on the drumlet, let me get a better drumlet here. Even on the drumlet, that'll crisp up, and you'll see that when we're cooking. So, but with the boneless, basically what you want to do is just simply take the knife and cut it into chicken wing sized pieces. Really, it's all there is. Okay, right straight through, across the cross section of the breast there. Okay, and then what you want to do with the boneless wings is you want to take a nice, you just want to grab any kind of a sealable container. You can actually do it on a plate. Just put some flour on a plate. This is just flour. That's all it is. Same flour you find in your kitchen cabinet at home for baking or whatever it is you do. White flour. And you want to take these pieces, put them in there, or on a plate, if you have a plate full of flour, just kind of take them, flip-flop them, roll them around like that. Take them back out, put them on another serving plate. The reason I like this is because you can put them in there, seal the container, give them a quick shake, and they're all floured up. Then you can take them out, put them on another plate, or hold the chicken in there, invert this, pour the flour out. What you want to do then with the boneless wings is you want to take these and you want to put them in the refrigerator for 15, 20 minutes. That'll help the flour stick a little bit better when you come back and you put them into the fryer. So that's that. And then and we'll go to cooking next here. But that's how you prep it. And that's the difference between the boneless wings and the regular wings. And after that, eating them is really just preference. Some people like boneless. If you're in a suit and a tie and you go out and you want wings, you're obviously going to want boneless wings. You're not going to want to fiddle around with regular wings. And that's why you can still have them. So that's that.